Alabama Magazine. Just on here to give you my reactions from the game and what a crazy game that was. Crimson Tide falling 41-38 to Texas A&M at Kyle Field, College Station, Texas. Jimbo Fisher, after saying over the summer he was going to beat Nick Saban's bleep while he's still at Tuscaloosa, Jimbo Fisher backed up his claim. A&M got the win with a backup quarterback, with two new starters, freshman guys on the offensive line. Just a lot of huge plays that A&M made in the matchup. But the big thing I noticed is just this, and Nick Saban called it. Nick Saban called it on Thursday. He said from the jump this was a trap game, and my oh my did Saban not call it. I mean, he said Thursday on Hey Coach, this is a trap game. They're really good. They're a dangerous team. They're going to come out like a wounded animal. They lost 2 games that probably could have won. And I've always said this, when teams play Alabama, they treat it like it's their Super Bowl. They come ganged up. They come ready. They come prepared. Play Collins crisp. They sell out the crowd. Fans, they're going crazy. They treat this like this is their Super Bowl. We saw it with Florida, and we see it here again with Texas A&M. You got to give their backup quarterback, Calzada, a lot of credit. I mean, you see a lot of average to below average quarterbacks that play against Alabama. They may start off average to mediocre, and then Alabama comes to town, and it's like they eat them a good meal before playing Alabama. They get them a good practice in, and they come out looking like Superman. I mean, they start off looking like Clark Kent, and then they become Superman. They become the biggest Vegeta, Super Saiyan-like character. It's crazy. But in the game itself, though, Bama made a lot of mistakes in this game. Offensive line could not protect. I mean, Chris Owens, love the kid, but he is not a right tackle. Chris Owens is not a right tackle. Got beat every single time in the game. Like I said, love Chris, but not a right. Had some rough moments also in the game. Interception there trying to hit Jaleel Billingsley. Just not. Okay, I think it's back. So, as I was saying, for some reason, we're trying to catch the ball in goal line situations, and cute and pass the ball. You got a 6'1", 225-pound back. Pound that ball. You saw what B-Rob was doing, pounding the football. Let's see here. We got Maddox Carter who writes in, Chris Owens just let everybody right to Bryce, drop passes, penalties. Absolutely. I mean, Chris Owens, like I said, love the kid, but he is not a right tackle. At some point, you got to get J.C. Latham in the game. You got to play Latham. 5-star for a reason. You played a lot of 5 stars at offensive toe. Seen it with so many other guys. Jonah Williams, you got to put J.C. Latham out there. You got to. Let's see here. Yeet said, what exactly happened there? What the heck? He said, what the heck happened in the game? Man, Bama beat itself. Bama beat itself. Naomi Wright saying that was bad. Yeah. Alabama beat itself tonight. Alabama beat itself tonight. And U.S. fans upset. Former players upset. Let's see, Maddox Carter right in. We let them score so fast to tie the game at 38, and then we gave them the ball back. Yeah, absolutely. Spencer Revley, A&M had a better game plan than we did the first half. A lot of blame to go around. A&M had a great game plan. A&M had a great game plan from start to finish. Let's see here. Play calling was horrible. You could have run the ball for a touchdown several times. Golden coaching defense, horrific. It was just not good. All the way around, not good. Not good on Golden's end. Not good on the play calling end. Let's see here. By 9681, very poor play calling by O'Brien. Absolutely. HB Slane, the D line not getting the push. Let's see here. Gave up 417 yards. In terms of Bama beating itself, I'm referring to not doing the job in terms of offensively. When you get down in the red zone, you can't be running cute plays. You got to pound the ball into the end zone. That's beating yourself. The play calling and overthinking stuff, that's beating yourself out there. But absolutely, I mean, A&M had a great game plan. You give Jimbo Fisher credit. You give Jimbo Fisher credit in that matchup. Let's see, opinion on drop balls. There were a lot of drop balls. Latu had a drop. Jaleel Billingsley had drops. John Mechie had drops. And, for John Mechie, not a one. He's not a one. He's not a one. He's a 2 at best, maybe even a 3. Mechie's not a number 1 receiver. And, we saw it tonight. I mean, he's good. He's talented. But to be a number 1, you got to catch the football. You got to catch the football. And Mechie had a bunch of drops. So, I mean, the blame, it's blame to go around. It's blame to go around. I mean, all the way around the room. And like I said, Saban saw this coming from the jump. I mean, he saw it coming. When teams play Alabama, they get up. They get ready. They get up. They get up. And, these guys were up, for this matchup. You got to be able to run the football, absolutely. Bama will work its way in the top 4, but a lot needs to be fixed. Let's see, we got 50-50 here from Supreme Belt. Walter Spratley, Chris Owens, obviously. Yeah, a lot of comments coming in here. A lot of comments coming in here. Appreciate this. Appreciate this. Appreciate this. Appreciate the comments there. Like I said, it was tough all the way around. I mean, it was tough. Mechie's good. Mechie is talented, yes. But now we're kind of seeing where not the number 1 guy that we all thought coming into the season. I mean, when you're replacing a Devontae Smith that caught everything thrown to him, and be able to back that up and carry on that baton. And, Mechie just did not carry that baton. Jamison Williams did everything he could do. Jamison Williams did everything he could do out there on the field. I mean, he did everything he could do out there on that field. Brought it back and everything. Brought it back and everything. It hurt. It hurts. It's a lot. It hurts. It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, didn't see Trey Sanders at all in the game. Thought he would go out there and play, but did not see him. But when you got a Brian Robinson that's pounding the ball, that's pounding the rock, that's having, all of this success against A&M, you got to keep that ball in B-Rob's hands. You got to run that ball with B-Rob. That's been Bama's identity for such a long time, is run the football. Bama did not, it did not play to its standard. It did not play to its standard. It did not play up to par. Rough game, on all ends, defensively, offensively. There was a good play on special teams that was made by Ja'Cory Brooks, the block punt picked up by, King Wakuda for a touchdown. But, and man, it's tough. I mean, it's tough. I mean, you look at, Coach Golding. You look at Coach Golding, and is this the moment where Coach Saban really evaluates this thing? He's got to really evaluate it now. I mean, there's a lot of season left to play, absolutely, but this is one that Saban's got to evaluate now when you look at Coach Golding. Because, I mean, I know the defense is ultimately, Saban's the defensive mind, Saban is the overarching defensive coach, but at the same time, with Pete Golding under the tag of defensive coordinator, it's time to look at that. It's time to look at that. It's time to kind of start, evaluating that. Chris Allen's leadership, absolutely. HB Slane, yes, his leadership was missing. His leadership was missing in the game. Bill O'Brien sabotage and Bama. This comes from Gutter Gaming. Yeah, I mean, you got to run the football. You got to run the football. You got former players very frustrated. Mark Ingram frustrated on Twitter. Devontae Smith saying run the ball. So many former players upset because they're seeing B-Rob dominate and Bill O'Brien is taking the ball out of his hands. You cannot do that. When that young man is getting north and south and dominating, keep the ball in his hands. He was wearing down A&M's defense. He was wearing them down. So many times tonight in the commentary, it was talking about how wearing A&M down. They're wearing A&M down. They're wearing the front down. Well, giving the ball to Brian Robinson, wore the front down. Wore the front down. So when you take the ball out of B-Rob's hands, it happens. Let's see here. I feel like we've seen the worst Alabama defense for years. Keep the comments coming, people. Keep the comments coming. I think the OC was trying to make another Mac/Tua. And I get it. O'Brien wants to make plays. I get it. But at the same time, you got to run that ball. This is balance. You got to run the football. When you're seeing it's working, you got to keep doing it. This is B-Rob's second game over 100 yards. When you're pounding them and gashing them like that, you got to keep doing it. Play calling offensively, play calling defensively. Both were off. And then you had players missing tackles. Players missing tackles. Players not in the right spot. Christian Harris missing tackles. Henry To'o missing tackles. Guys getting called for pass interference. Guys getting called for all types of penalties. Then you had the issue with, unfortunately, Malachi Moore to start the game gets hit with the targeting. That looked kind of questionable to me, but it gets hit with the targeting. He's ejected from the game. I feel like from the moment that targeting call happened on Malachi, that kind of just set all the wheels off in motion there. Justin Riley writes in, did not hear Christian Harris's name all night. You didn't hear Christian Harris's name all night. You did not hit his name. He did not hear his name all night long. You didn't hear his name all night. Jones and DeMarco Helms missing tackles. Another question here, thought here. It is time for Jalen Moody. Put him in there. I mean, he a thumper. He a headhunter. He a thumper. He a headhunter. Put Moody in there. Put Moody in there. It's just time to get some different guys on this field that want it. And, to me, I kind of want to have your thoughts here, fans, on this. I kind of want to hear this right here. Is it the NIL to y'all? Is it the NIL getting to the guys? Do y'all think it's the NIL? Because I'm just saying, like, you look at, guys getting the money off the image, guys getting money off the likeness. Is it the NIL and guys not focused in on football because they're so focused on their brands and their clothing line and the deals that's being made and all of this different stuff right here? So if y'all think that it's the NIL, leave your comments down here below if y'all think it's the NIL, because a lot of y'all have been talking, about that. But once again, we have other thoughts coming in saying it's not the NIL. Alabama's defense just not playing. One comment comes in from Lil C. Billingsley looked like he didn't want tonight. Another comment comes in, we can't win them all. Another comment comes in on Bryce Young. It's just, give A&M credit. Give A&M credit. Sometimes you need a loss to humble you. And Saban's been saying it this whole season. Not playing a complete game, not having leaders on the field, not being focused, not having the intensity, not having the mindset, just so many knots coming from Coach Saban. So sometimes you need a loss to humble you. You need a loss to understand this is what Coach Saban has been preaching the whole time, and it took a loss to get it into me. It took a loss to beat it into me. It took a loss to get me to understand what's going on out here, on the field. Just so many comments coming in. Appreciate all of you guys, getting your thoughts in here. This is a safe space. Drop your comments on the game. I'll begin to a couple of those. Branch got toasted. Yeah, not the best game for Brian Branch. Not the best game for him. Hate it for him, but not the best game for him. We got a Texas A&M fan with the Gig'em comment in here. Waylon writes in, just like the 2009 team with 10 losses. I was the 2010 team with 3 losses. That 2010 team. What happened with Jai Hall? I'm trying to see where Hall is myself. JoJo Earl made a couple of good catches out here, but I'm trying to see where Hall is myself. Here's a question from Walter Spratley. What's going on with Kool-Aid? Another good question. I mean, 5-star, came into this class, really good corner, but had a great spring. Why was he not out there on the field? That's a good question. Let's see here. Need to put Nick needs to adjust on this team because I'm not confident. I'm not confident in Helms or others. I mean, DeMarco looked lost at times out there. Absolutely. Another thought here on Kool-Aid. We got to figure out where he is. I mean, because you got to put him out there. Josh Jobe having issues. Other players having issues. If Kool-Aid is your best corner, you got to put him on the field. Where does this leave our team in the playoff with this loss? Good question. There is still an opportunity, but they got to get things cleaned up. I mean, there's got to be a sense of urgency now. They got to get things cleaned up. I mean, right now, the playoff is my last thought. Right now, the playoff to me is my last thought. Bama's got to get this team cleaned up. Bama's got to get this team cleaned up. Absolutely, Amanda. A&M's been waiting on this game all year. A&M have been waiting on this game all year. They've been preparing. They've been planning. They've been putting this stuff together. Yeah. A&M's been waiting for this game all year. Let's see. It's just like we are not putting the best players on the field. I mean, Spencer, I agree with you. Good point right there. Let's see here. We're still in the playoff hunt, but we need leadership to get there, and I don't see it right now. Justin Riley, a good point from him right there. Where's the leadership? Like, where is it? Like, people talk about Will Anderson and okay, but where are the other guys? Where are the DJ Dales? Where are the Christian Harrises? So, like, where are these guys? These guys that are supposed to be carrying that leadership defensively, not seeing it. And also, guys, sometimes that leadership also comes from the defensive coordinator. If that coordinator has an attacking personality, if he has an attacking mindset, if he has a dominant personality, if he has that aura about himself, then the players feed off that. And Golding, I'm not seeing that aura, from Golding, that nasty attacking, get down to business from Golding. I'm not seeing that aura. And when you're not seeing that aura from your coordinator, then it's not going to be where the entire team is concerned. You go back, you look at guys like Pruitt, you look at guys like Kirby Smart. They had that aura about themselves as play callers. They had that aura about themselves as defensive coordinators. And when you don't have that, players aren't feeding off that. Now, there we go here. So we're back here. Appreciate it. Says, thought here from Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson averaged over 6 yards and given the rock when it counted. Absolutely. Averaged over 6 yards per carry. But when he needed to get the ball down in the goal line, in the red area, did not get the football. Just did not get the football. No discipline in the secondary. Yeah. Right. No discipline in the secondary. Oh, yeah. See that. Let's see. We got a comment right here that says, this is silly. I've never seen so much complaining in my whole life. You're number 1 or 2 roster in the nation and you're complaining. Get real. Well, when you're winning national championships and Coach Saban says, we're going to give you a product that you can be proud of, Bama fans were not proud of the product. And they're just expressing how they feel. When Saban says, we're going to give you a product that you can be proud of, and you're not seeing the product on the field that you're proud of, fans are going to let you know that. Let's see here. This was a tough loss, but it's the playoff. Let's see, it was a tough loss. Can we still make the playoffs if we win out? There's a shot for the playoff still there. There's a shot for the playoff still there. The question becomes, can Bama clean this up? That's the question. Can Bama clean some things up? That's the question. If it cleans some stuff up, then there's still a hope there for the playoff. But it's got to clean things up on offense and defense. Let's see here. Bill O'Brien made bad calls in the red zone. Yeah. Those were some questionable. Those, I mean, I understand. Bill is trying to get Bryce the Heisman there. Bill is trying to give Bryce the Heisman there. But at the same time, you got to be able to run the football. And aside from the interception, it wasn't a terrible game by Bryce. He was not protected. No offensive line gave up a lot of pressure, a lot of sacks. And then the drop passes didn't help Bryce out either. So it wasn't a terrible game by Young. He did make plays. He did show some of that dog in him tonight. I mean, he missed some throws, but he made some throws, but he also had some throws dropped. But then it also goes back to Bill O'Brien, putting him and putting the whole offensive team, for that matter, in the right situations to win. And when you have a running back pounding the ball like B-Rob was doing, you got to keep going with that because it puts the team in the right place to win. Let's see here. To'o, too slow. Bama missed early tackles. Mechie can't get open. It's a lot. It's a lot. The 96-yard return. 96-yard return hurt too. I mean, Devon, speed guy, big speed guy for A&M, big speed guy to make the play. Where was Christian Harris? That's the million-dollar question. I mean, coming off of last year where he had, 79 tackles, one of the team leaders, talked about all offseason. He was going to run this defense. Have not seen Christian Harris run this defense. Question from John H. on Chris Owens. Got to go with J.C. Latham at right tackle. At some point, you got to go with J.C. Latham. Soon, you got to go with Latham at right tackle here. Let's see here. Where was the push from the defensive line? Didn't have a sack in the game. That's a question right there. Did not have a sack in the game. And you got to get to the quarterback. And this was an A&M offensive front that started a true freshman center and a true freshman at right tackle. You got to get stops. You got to get to the quarterback. Weighing with the thought we missed Drew Sanders, absolutely weighing, and Bama did. Bama missed Drew Sanders. Bama did not have a sack in the game. Bama did not have a sack in the game. D-line got to get a push, or I didn't see a sack from Bama. If y'all saw one, fans, please correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I did not see a sack from the Crimson Tide. Losing tonight, hopefully it will help. Okay, let's see here. Got a whole bunch of comments in here. Tobias Brookins, Bryce didn't lose anything. The return was big. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, Bryce, aside from the pick, Bryce, he made plays in a hostile environment. He did make plays. He did make a lot of plays. Bama had a lot of drops. A lot of drop passes. Offensive line did not do a great job protecting. So, you can't put that, on Bryce there. Mechie dropped 2 passes. Mechie did. John H. is Saban not playing the best players. Hey, that's up for debate. That's definitely up for conversation right there because Jalen Moody should have been out there in the field. A lot of guys should have been out there in the field. I thought here, 19 can't catch anything. That's targeted Jaleel Billingsley. Jaleel can catch, just not his best night tonight. Let's see here. Vegeta writes in, offensive play called in the red zone was trash. You got to run. You got to trust your backs. You got to trust B-Rob. You got to trust B-Rob in this game here. Bryce Young played well. Bryce Young, he had big plays. He did. Drops didn't help him. And, lack of pass protection didn't help him. Let's see here. Jaleel will catch unless he's going to get hit. And that's one thing, Justin Riley. Jaleel has got to develop that toughness. Jaleel has got to develop that toughness as a tight end. Got to develop that. Let's see here. Weekend after weekend, no pressure whatsoever. Defense terrible. Let's see here. And that goes back to got to have that energy from the defensive coordinator. Got to have that. You got to have that aura. Got to have that presence. Got to have that attacking mindset. And I understand. Some people say, "Well, the game has changed. The game has changed. The game has changed." I get that. But when you see Kirby Smart out there shutting out teams, when you see Kirby Smart out there holding teams to 10 points, defense is still important. Defense can still be played. If George is out there doing it, defense can still be played. Dominance can still be had on defense. And right now, not seeing it from this Alabama team. Not seeing it. Gotta find the passion. Gotta find the passion. Gotta have, the energy. Absolutely. Appreciate that from Willie Beeman, that $20 donation. Appreciate that from my man Willie Beeman and everybody that's been donating, that's been jumping on here. Appreciate the love from you guys. Absolutely appreciate that. Appreciate everybody. Let's see here. Arkansas and Colorado held this team to 10 points. We have too much talent. Brandon, good point right there. Appreciate that question. Justin Riley writes back in. We get Justin Riley's question back up here. It's amazing how we stop the top offense in the nation who average 60 points, but 600 yards, but lay the egg against A&M. I mean, man, I'm just saying. Bama's not attacking right now. Bama is not attacking right now whatsoever, and this has got to get fixed. Car Tire, Alabama's not equipped with a natty. What Alabama team? Some of you, let's see here. Let me go back. Alabama not equipped with a natty. What Alabama team are some of you watching to even think of that? Let's see here. Alabama defense, the Achilles heel. It is right now. I mean, the defense is having issues. Bill O'Brien, sometimes he wants to trust the run game. Sometimes he does not. J. Cole, what number will Bama drop to? Not sure, but I will definitely be watching that poll tomorrow. I will definitely watch that poll tomorrow. Absolutely. Let's see here. The youth on this team really showed. Yeah. I mean, got a lot of youth on this team. Jace McClellan was missed tonight. I saw a comment on that. He was missed tonight. Jace McClellan was. We got Buckeye fans in here. Wow. I mean, we got Buckeye fans in here. This is crazy. Appreciate everybody throwing it in right here. This was supposed to be Saban's best defense on paper. On paper, it was supposed to be the best defense. On paper, it was. When you look at the talent, when you look at the 4 and 5 stars, on paper it was. On paper it was. It has moments where it plays like it, and it has moments where it doesn't. I mean, it has moments where it plays like it, where it doesn't. It's Tobias, y'all. We will rebound. I agree, Tobias. I agree. Alabama will rebound, but it's got to get some things cleaned up, though. It's got to get some things cleaned up on both sides of the football. A lot of players did not make plays. Yeah. A lot of drop passes. A lot of drop passes, man. It's tough. A lot of drop passes. Alabama might need to run the table and beat Georgia to get in from here. Could be because, the national audience is going to try to really milk this one against the Crimson Tide. So national audience is going to really run with this one. Let's see here. Saban never wastes a failure. Hey, there's an old statement from Coach Saban right there. Saban does not waste a failure. And he is going to preach this all weekend long, starting on Monday. He is going to preach this. This is going to be a come to Jesus, butt chewing, all of that this week. Saban always says you never waste a failure. Now, let's see here. We got the Aggie fan. Go Aggies. Hey, A&M, y'all did it. Jimbo did it. Jimbo became the first Saban assistant to do it. So hats off to y'all. Jimbo, Fisher, the Aggies, you guys did it. This season, let's see here. This season shows if you don't come with your A game, you will lose. No more sleepwalking in the games. Absolutely. Saban said it, trap game on Thursday, and it turned out that way. You get beat there in the trap game. Let's see here. Tillery writes in Roll Tide. I appreciate that coming from you, Tillery. National media having a great night tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, national media milking this up, man. National media is milking this up. I hope the Come to Jesus meeting includes the play calling. Yeah. Saban does turn 70 this month. Absolutely well. And coming up soon here for Coach Saban. But it's going to be a Come to Jesus meeting. There's going to be a lot of butt chewing happening. There's going to be a lot of... Hey, this is gut check time. This is gut check time. This is put up or shut up now. This is put up or shut up now. Let's see here. Georgia and Kentucky could be a trap game. Let's see here. Georgia. So Coach Saban was 4-0 against Jimbo prior to the night. 4-0 against Jimbo. Randy Smiley writes in, they need it. They do need to come to Jesus moment. They do need it. Let's say here, first and go, and you don't run the ball not once. Yeah, that's on Bill O'Brien. That is on Bill O'Brien. Let's see here. Appreciate that. Jamie and Kirkman. Jamie and Kirkman, that $5 donation. Appreciate that love, Jamie, and appreciate that. Saban can have that meeting, but the players need to have that meeting within themselves. I agree. Saban can do all he wants to, but the players need to have this meeting within themselves here. Let's see here. Toby Williams. Now the bad thing is lose at Ohio State. Well, just lost that one. How do you think the rest of the season's gonna go? It can be good, but defense, whether Saban has to call the defense himself, whether you got to get this, Bill O'Brien's going to learn to trust the run game. He's got to trust the run game. We already got one fan. We miss Sarkisian. Yeah, Sarkisian definitely fed Najee last year. He definitely fed Najee last year. I blame this on Gary Danielson, Roll Tide and Rise Up. I blame this on Gary Danielson. You're Roll Tide and Rise Up. Everybody's going to blame us. A lot of people are going to blame this on Gary. A lot of people are going to blame this on Gary Danielson. A lot of people are going to blame this on Gary Danielson. Cartire, Saban too old to call the defense. He would do worse than Pete. I don't know if I would call that one. I don't know if I'll call that one just yet. Bryce yet to put a deep ball on target. Got to grow on that deep ball accuracy. Bryce made some plays tonight, but he has to grow on that deep ball accuracy. Brandon, yes, I hate CBS games at night. Here comes the CBS roasting. Here it comes, the CBS roasting. Boy, oh boy. You knew that was going to come. Young, 58% completion rating, and B-Rob, no touchdowns. Is UGA's defense Alabama's number one concern? Georgia has an incredible defense. It is a concern. Georgia has an incredible defense. It is a concern, especially that they got guys that play in the NFL. But right now, my last concern is Georgia. Right now, my concern is getting this defense and this other stuff cleaned up. I mean, because you got Mississippi State coming up on the schedule. You got Auburn coming up on the schedule. You got Arkansas, who put up 50 on Ole Miss on the schedule. Like, I'm trying to get to the rest of the schedule right here. Let's see here. Like Georgia should be the least of the concerns. Let's see. If you can take, let's see here. We need Pruitt back. Hey, if Saban can make a phone call to Pruitt, hey, make the phone call to Pruitt. If Saban can make Pruitt's unemployed, is he? Yes, Pruitt is on. I think he's with the Giants, but I'm not 100% sure. If he is unemployed, there's definitely need to be a phone call made to him. Nick lost this game. We won't beat Mississippi State. Wow. Let's see. Coach Saban going to have to get this team bouncing back, man. Going to have to get this team bouncing back. Cannot waste this failure. I wish Charlie Strong hadn't gone to Jacksonville. Woo! Yeah. Pruitt in the NFL is saying, yeah, okay. So Pruitt is still in the league. Pruitt is still hired, so you can't get Pruitt as of right now. Well, maybe if you throw the right amount of zeros and commas at Pruitt, maybe you could get him. If you throw the right amount of zeros and commas, maybe you can get Pruitt. Maybe you can. Let's see here. Matthew Miller, Bama will miss playoff. Man, here we go. Matthew Miller said it right here. Bama will miss playoff. Let's see. It's media time. I'll see everybody Monday. Be safe. Appreciate it, Waylon. Thank you for checking this out, man. Cartire, Alabama needs Bo Davis. I wouldn't mind having Bo Davis back for real, though. I would not mind having Bo Davis back for real, though. I ain't even gonna lie. When Bo Davis was at Alabama, that defense was the truth. Our receiving core is whack, except for Jameson Williams. Woo! You guys are laying it on, man. You guys are laying it on. You are laying it on right now, laying it on. Keep the comments rolling, people. Keep the comments rolling. Georgia will win the SEC. Ohio State wins the Big Ten. I mean, wow. Beat Bama's going to make us dangerous. Oh, man. Bama needs to be the gorilla on the field again. I mean, hey, you got to dominate, man. You got to have that standard on defense. You got to have that standard. Howard Story, what's wrong with Mechie? Mechie is not a number one receiver. He is a 2, maybe even a 3 at best. Mechie is not a number one. And, when you lose a Devontae Smith to the NFL and you're depending on Mechie to be that one, Mechie's good, Mechie's talented, but he's not a Devontae Smith. I mean, he is not Devontae. No, he's not a Devontae Smith. Why we didn't run the ball. Billy, you're asking the questions everybody's asking, Billy. I mean, you're down there in the red zone. You got a back that's killing A&M. You got to run the football. You got to trust B-Rob. You got to trust your backs. I don't know why that's going on. Wilder got KO'd. Man, Deontay Wilder lost? God, hey. Man. Wilder lost. People are so quick to say, put in so-and-so, but the portal. The fact is, if Bama don't do something about their offense, all these drop passes, Georgia will have a field day. Yeah. Bama defense has serious issues, 41 to A&M. Gotta clean this stuff up, man. He has to step up and become a number one. I agree with you on Mechie, but it's going to have to come. But at what point does it come? Let's see here. Pete Gold and Bill O'Brien need to be fired. Bryce Young played like he was scared. I wouldn't really say Bryce was scared. He did run more in the game. And he did bounce back and make some plays. Yes, he had some rough throws. We all going to have them. But he also made some big plays in the game. B-Rob destroyed Ole Miss last week. Run the ball. Bill O'Brien's a joke. Bill O'Brien's a joke. Okay, so Deontay Wilder did not get KO'd. Okay, appreciate that, Tillery. Appreciate that. So Deontay Wilder did not get KO'd. Appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, too many drop passes. Way too many drop balls. Josh Lee, we're not playing the best players at all. Yeah. Got to stop the run. Mechie played scared. I mean, whoo-wee. Y'all keep rolling them in. I appreciate everybody checking out the live stream, doing this for you guys, the Bama Nation, doing this for you guys. Get your thoughts out, get your feelings out, get your emotions out right now. My reaction, but you guys' reaction to Alabama taking a loss there to A&M at the 12th man tonight. Maybe I should have went to the game. Should I blame myself? I mean, I'm not at Texas A&M. I'm in Alabama. Should I blame myself? Should I blame myself for not going to the A&M game? I may take the L on this one, y'all. I may take the L on this one. Not being there at Kyle Field. I may take the L. I'll bite the bullet. I'll take this one for the team. I may take the L on this one. Let's see here. Right call. A loss Bama needed if we're going to actually get better. True. Loss humbles you. Absolutely. Still got a chance, Steven. Got to finish. Definitely got to finish. Steven, you'll be an upgraded inside. Hold on. Nah, man. They would kill me. I had to go to the emergency room and get all my limbs fixed up, man. No goodness. I would not be the one. Para Brooks, hopefully we bounce back and beat Mississippi State. I feel sick. Right. Got to bounce back and beat State. Steven, Reuben Foster, and Dante Hudson need to lay into these LBs for real. Saban need to call Hightower and Reuben back down. Need to. Saban need to call Hightower and Reuben back down here, absolutely. If only the two caught that pass. I know. And Cam Latu is kicking himself. Kicking himself. He knows if I catch this ball, it's a touchdown. All the ex-Alabama players were saying run the ball. Waddle and Smith. They were. They were. They were. All the former Tide players were telling Bill O'Brien, hey, look, bro, run the football. Why isn't Trey Sanders playing? Para, that's another good question. And one that I'm trying to figure out. And what I'm trying to figure out, because he was supposed to play tonight. He was supposed to have gotten some reps, gotten some opportunities. B-Rob had a phenomenal game, but I don't know what's going on with Trey Sanders. We used to bring the D lineman to block. Okay. You crybabies think Bama's season is done. This is funny. This is funny. Yeah, Bryce Young is not the issue. Bryce Young was not the issue. Bryce Young stepped up and made plays. It was just other things that created problems. It was other things that created problems. Cheryl Coleman, Trey Sanders, where is he? Not in the game. Not in the game. Not in the game. Don't understand why. The O-line got dusted. Yeah. Gave up 4 to 5 sacks. You got to protect the quarterback. You got to protect the quarterback. You got to protect the quarterback. Defensive line got whipped. Yeah. Somebody said, I told y'all, To'o is not the guy. He is having a rough year so far. He is having a rough year so far. At some point, you do have to look at Jalen Moody. The only problem with Bryce Young is miss the easy throws, but makes the hard ones. Dorito bag, I agree with that. Dorito bag, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. And that's going to come with more deep ball accuracy. That's going to come with more time out there on the field. Let's see here. Willie Beeman, hopefully this loss doesn't turn away other 5-star recruits. You hope it don't. You really hope it don't, Willie Beeman. You really hope it don't. Let's see here. We was getting dumb penalties and some bonehead mistakes. Gotta fix this. Gotta fix this. Yeah, you gotta fix that. You gotta fix that. Chris Owens has T-Rex arms, not a tackle. DB's not good. Need Kool-Aid on the field. Fire Pete. Here come Fire Pete Golden. Here we go. Fire Pete Golden's back in here. Sam Aaron, DBs cost us the game. Man. Let's see here. I believe Saban's been trying to tell those willing to hear this was coming. Yeah, Saban said it was a trap game. Saban said it was a trap game. Saban said the whole time was a trap game. I mean, Saban said it on Thursday was a trap game. And we looking at Nick like, psh, Nick, you crazy. Honey, you crazy. Ain't no trap game. Nick Saban said from the jump was a trap game. And he was right. He was right. The play, let's see here. Can we call Sarkisian back? Ooh-wee. You can't just single out the defense. We lost offense and special teams too. It was a whole loss. It was a whole package loss. It was a whole package loss. Where are the 5-stars at? Some of them were on the field tonight. Some of them 5-stars were on the field. Kool-Aid should start over Job. That's King Joe. Kool-Aid needs to be out there. He needs to be out there. He needs to be out there. I hope Bryce Young does not get the Spencer Rattler treatment. Bryce Young should not. It was not his fault. He made plays. He did. And the plays he missed on, that takes, he'll get better with those. First of all, this is his first year starting. It ain't like Bryce is a 3, 4, 5-year starter, people. This is his first year. Okay, so growing pains. He's going to get better. He is going to get better. Absolutely. Let's see, receivers had way too many drop balls. That was the main thing. Receivers had way too many drop balls. I feel sick. I just won't build. Anyone knows how to run the ball. You got to be able to run the ball right. Just way too many drop passes. Way too many drop passes. The most disappointing thing is Foster and Texas have talked crap all season long, and Bama didn't come out intense from the beginning. Right. I mean, Jimbo Fisher said all offseason, we're going to beat Saban's butt, and the players just lack of intensity, lack of focus. Lack of intensity, lack of focus, man. What will the ranking be now? I don't think Alabama falls out of the top 10, but we'll see. We'll see. It's time for Pete Golden to go. He is awful. No one brought their A game. Will Paul Tyson be ready if Bryce gets hurt? I think he will, and he should be, but I don't even want Bryce getting hurt at this point. We have a young team, yes. Why y'all hating on Job? Dude, literally our only good corner, and people rarely throw to him. Not saying that hating on Job, it's just when you get called for a pass interference or a defensive holding every game, that ain't good. That just ain't good. Let's see, number 14 was getting killed all game. That would be Brian Branch. Branch will get better. He'll improve. But just Malachi Moore getting that target and that offset the whole game. That offset the whole game. Malachi Moore, that offset the whole game. Joe been in the program for 3 Right, he been in the program for 3 years. Joe been in the program for 3 years, people. At some point, you either have it or you don't have it. You've been in the program for 3 years. You either have it or you don't have it. The PI call on Job is now some of those PI calls on Job, yeah, they're ticky-tack. You probably don't have to call those, but Job is due for one every game. He's due for one every game. Oh, man. Kool-Aid should be out there. Yeah. Smoking on that Crimson pack. Man, we got people rolling in here tonight. Woo. We got people rolling in here tonight. But hey, this is what we about, baby. Roll in here. We're giving this live chat for you guys. We have missed on some guys in recruiting. Yep. Nakobe Dean, Nolan Smith. Missed both of those two. Missed both of those two in recruiting. Missed both of those two in recruiting. Will Anderson was quiet tonight. Yeah. Where was Phil Mathis, Dale, and LeBron? Yeah, absolutely. Will we win the SEC? That's going to come down to if we win out the rest of the schedule. We win out the rest of the schedule. Mechie and Joe, thumbs down. I feel bad for Mississippi State because we are out for revenge. Didn't hear Will Anderson's name at all. Well, yeah, they were doubling Will every play. A&M was doubling Will every play. A&M was doubling Will every single play. They were. Too many crybabies trying to make excuses. You got whipped, plain and simple. Yeah. A&M played well. A&M played a good game. A&M played a fantastic game. Take your hat off to Jimbo Fisher. Take your hat off to Calzada, the quarterback. Take your hat off to Mike Elko. Take your hat off to A&M. They had the perfect game plan coming in. Alabama just did not have it from the get-go. A&M won this football game. And that's like I mentioned from the beginning. Their quarterback played his butt off. They treat this like this is their Super Bowl. They treat this like this is their Super Bowl. And and the 12th man was out there. It's a good thing I was not out there for the game. The 12th man would have had me deaf, man. I mean, as much as my hearing was going against Florida, the 12th man would have had me pure deaf out there. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing the good Lord did not have me out there on the field. Thank you, Jesus. It's a good thing the good Lord did not have me out there. Let's see. You just play the football game. Jamison Williams was the only player that came to play tonight. B-Rob came to play. Jamison Williams came to play. There were a couple of others. A&M did. A&M came to play. They finished it, plain and simple. They wanted it more. They were hungry. They were the aggressors. They had the dog mentality. And we did not have the dog mentality. Let's see here. We can do this, Steve, and I believe in them. Just don't trust the play calling. We needed a loss because these young guys, some older guys, don't know what it's like to lose. Good point. A loss humbles you because sometimes Nick Saban can preach to you till you purple in the face. But when you lose, now you have that showing because you lost. Now you have that feeling. Now all of the lessons that you have neglected, now they pile on top of you. Now they pile on top of you. So now there's going to be a lot of thinking. There's going to be a lot of soul searching where this team is concerned. A lot of soul searching. A lot. Let's see here. Justin Riley, Mike Leach, Will Rogers. And Mississippi State offense has me worried. Woo! You got to go down to the Cowbell Nation this upcoming week. Now the Cowbells. Absolutely. 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 Well, Bama fans, guys, I appreciate y'all. I'm about to sign off here. Thank you guys so much for checking out the live stream tonight, getting your thoughts in, getting your comments in. Bama fans, A&M fans, fans across college football. We do this for you. We do this for you here at TDA, and I do this for you here at TDA. So appreciate all of you guys coming on here, checking us out this evening, checking out the live chat. Absolutely. Roll Tide and Rise Up. Great point on you right there. It can't all just be Will Anderson. Other guys have to make plays. Other guys have to make plays. Other guys have to step up. Roll Tide there to Corey Johnson. Appreciate that. Terrence Richardson, Pruitt has to come back. I wouldn't mind having Pruitt back. We'll definitely see, what happens. But for yours truly, Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, I'm about to sign off right here. Appreciate every single last one of you guys tonight. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been fantastic. Love you guys and what you do for not only making my job fun and making my job easy, just showing your passion when it comes to college football, when it comes to Alabama football as well. Appreciate the super chats in here, the 39.98 there in the super chats. Appreciate all you guys. But I'll see you guys on Monday. Remember, in my own words, Monday. In my own words, Monday, 6 p.m. Central Time on YouTube. Get in there. In my own words, Monday, 6 p.m. Central Time, YouTube. Get in there. Let your voice be heard. Let your thoughts be heard. Call the phone line. Ring the chats up. Want to hear you guys on Monday on YouTube, 6 p.m. Y'all be good out there. Take care of yourselves.